January 26, 2024, around 10:45 a.m., the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department responded to the 3700th block of Palos Verdes Street, near Twain Avenue. Upon arrival, authorities stumbled upon the gruesome scene of an unknown victim, lying bloody on the sidewalk, clinging to life.
Breaking out 3 o'clock, Metro Police just provided an update on a deadly stabbing.
The incident happened near the Strip about 4 hours ago. Metro Police says a man and a woman were involved in some type of altercation just before 11 o'clock this morning near Twain Avenue and Palos Verdes Street.
The victim was rushed to the Sunrise Hospital and Medical Center, where they were pronounced dead. As an only child, Sasha Williams was raised by a single father in Raleigh, North Carolina. At the tender age of 16, Sasha Williams came out to her aunt as female, expressing that her name was Sasha. It took years for her father to accept his trans daughter, but eventually he came around, causing the two to grow even closer. A few years later, in the midst of transitioning, Sasha found herself in a men's prison for outstanding warrants and an assault charge, an experience which loved ones described as being pretty intense, as it challenged her womanhood. Placing a trans woman in a facility that houses male prisoners can be extremely dangerous. Offensive treatment of trans women in custody often starts immediately upon the intake process. According to some trans prisoners, they were told to get undressed in front of male corrections officers and male prisoners, which automatically creates a sense of fear for trans individuals and piques interest from onlookers. Trans prisoners are 9 times more likely than the prison average to be assaulted or abused by fellow prisoners, and they are 5 times more likely to be assaulted or abused by prison staff. According to Sasha's aunt, her niece enjoyed singing, dancing, and had dreams of becoming a performer in Las Vegas. Ever since she was a child, and as talented as she was, Sasha knew that she needed a plan B. Therefore, she enrolled in Job Corps, a federal program that helps young adults launch careers, a program that assisted in helping Sasha obtain a GED. Sasha was known in the local ballroom scene. Ballroom is the term to describe an underground LGBTQ+ subculture originated by young black and brown youth in New York City, who were excluded from traditional beauty pageants and other talent competitions. Those who met Sasha on the ballroom scene described her as being different and special. She possessed a spirit of giving, oftentimes taking in friends who needed a place to stay, and paying for studio time for friends of hers who were interested in breaking into the music industry. Sasha had a passion for fashion design, and was a certified hair, makeup, and nails professional. She would craft her own clothes and once upholstered her car with cheetah print, which was her favorite. Throughout the years, Sasha had modeled for several adult entertainment companies, while also soliciting her services on other adult page, before venturing into Onlyfans. As time went on, friends and family noticed that their beloved friend had become a shell of herself. They recalled her seeming as if she had given up, and they feared that her time upon this earth had begun dwindling. Family of the victim stated that Sasha had suffered from depression compounded by the loss of her home as well as her beloved dogs. She had spiraled into heavy drug use and had become distant prior to her death. A 2017 national survey on drug use and health reported that 18.7 million people age 18 or older had a substance use problem in the United States. This same report found that about 3 in every 8 people struggle with a reliance on illicit drugs, about 3 in 4 live with alcohol use, while 1 in every 9 people deal with addictions to both drugs and alcohol. Transgender people are 5 times more likely to be addicted to marijuana, 4 times more likely to be addicted to white powder substances, and 3 times more likely to be addicted to opioids. These addictions typically begin when trans and non-binary individuals are in their adolescent years as a way to cope with their fears of being rejected. This is alarming considering 41% of transgender people have admitted to trying to take their own life at least once. On the flip side, studies show that transgender and non-binary people who receive support from their parents, families, and friends have improved mental health and well-being. Navigating the world as a transgender person can be a deeply challenging experience, often leading to feelings of isolation, discrimination, and lack of acceptance. This can significantly impact mental health, making transgender individuals particularly vulnerable to depression and anxiety. It's crucial to remember that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a courageous step towards healing and well-being. If you are a transgender person struggling with depression or anxiety, know that you are not alone, and there are resources available to support you. Reaching out to a therapist who is experienced in working with transgender individuals can provide a safe and understanding space to process your unique experiences and develop coping mechanisms. Support groups offer a sense of community and shared understanding, allowing you to connect with others who relate to your struggles. Sasha's aunt said she saw the victim's father cry for the first time after the memorial service. Sasha is the first transgender or gender non-conforming Nevadan to lose their life to fatal violence since 2013. During their initial investigation, homicide detectives learned that prior to her death, witnesses described seeing the 36-year-old female victim running down the sidewalk carrying a pink baseball bat while yelling for someone to call the police. As police continued their investigation, they made an arrest that same day. 20-year-old Hassan Malik Howard was booked into the Clark County Detention Center for open murder with a deadly weapon. Hassan's defense attorney wants a judge to release him to his family under supervision for psychiatric care and to hold Nevada in contempt because they haven't found him a bed in a state psychiatric facility where he can be treated in an attempt to make him competent to face the charge. As of today, Hassan has yet to speak with authorities as it relates to this case. The tragic loss of a black trans woman has left an unfillable void. Her name, a beacon of hope and resilience, should still be etched in vibrant hues upon the canvas of our collective consciousness. Instead, it is now a somber reminder of the rampant violence and discrimination that continues to plague our society. This beloved soul, whose journey should have been marked by love, acceptance, and joy, was brutally extinguished in an act of senseless hatred. Her vibrant spirit, which once illuminated the world with its unwavering determination, was extinguished far too soon. She deserved to live, to thrive, to embrace the fullness of her potential. Yet, the sometimes cruel hands of man have robbed her of that sacred right. Her absence leaves a gaping hole in our hearts, a void that can never be truly filled. We honor her memory by demanding justice, by amplifying the voices of the marginalized, and by creating a world where all individuals, regardless of their race, gender identity, or sexual orientation, are valued and protected. May her spirit continue to inspire us to fight for a future where every life is celebrated and cherished. Rest in paradise, Sasha Williams.